it's fantastic to see him back at Henley. He has won 5 times in the Diamond Sculls. He's looking for a 6th win, which would equal, actually, Tim, the record of Sam Mackenzie, the legendary Australian showman sculler, who was really successful here in Henley. So, and they're off. Drysdale, super strong, super powerful, but a very mixed season so far. And on the left of our picture, the plucky Norwegian Petter Tufte, who has to face the experience and the power of the New Zealander.
Yes, when that draw came out and he realised he was up against Drysdale, that must have been quite some moment for him. But he's going to play a bold game here, judging by the start. He's not going to be rolling over. Mahi Drysdale, as you might expect, attacking the race early, but it's actually the Norwegian who's just got a slender early lead.
I think you've got to love it when you get the chance to race against an icon like this. You've just got to take the race to them and give it everything you've got, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's not inexperienced. Tufte, you know, he won a gold in the Norwegian Championship, and so he's got some experience. He knows how to race. He knows how to beat people. Drysdale, on the other hand, has had really a very difficult few weeks. He's having taken a year out last year, he's back in the single and looking to claim his place again in the Kiwi team, legendary Kiwi team. But when he came over to Europe 3 weeks ago, he's had several setbacks and difficulties.
He always seems to have setbacks and difficulties and then always seems to win. I remember in the build-up to the Olympics in 2012, he came off his bike a couple of times, and he and I got attacked by a swan in Lucerne, bizarrely enough, in the build-up to the 2012 Olympics. Also, we were having a swim in the Lucerne Lake, and that caused me a bit of a fright.
You were swim training with Mahi Drysdale. That's pretty impressive.
No, we were cooling down. I wanted an interview with him, and after the race, he said, well, the only way I'm doing an interview is if you come in here in the cool-down area, and he was just lounging around in the water, so in I went and we got attacked by a swan. Such
is the dedication of your team here at Henley Royal Regatta. And here Drysdale is stretching out and pushing through and making his mark. And you know, when you meet the man, he is pretty big, 104 kilos and legs like tree trunks. Really
6 foot, 6.5 inches. So he's a tall man, and he's a strong man, and he's got an incredible pedigree behind him, and he's just starting to take this race on, but this is a better race than we might have anticipated.
Yeah, this is a lovely shot here, Tim. Looking down there, we can see Sir Matthew Pinsent, 4 Olympic gold medals to his name, standing up. He's the umpire of this race, looking down on the left of our picture at Mahi Drysdale, 5 times winner of the Diamond Challenge Sculls, and looking to get through this competition.
If you're Petter Tufte, get an image of that and put it above your mantelpiece at home, because that's a good picture.
Well, let's see. I mean, it's not over until it's over, and Tufte is still doing everything he can to stay with the Kiwi as we move down the course, and you can see he's still holding on to him.
He really is, isn't he? He's putting in a terrific shift here.
And, you know, Drysdale's been really under significant pressure because he wants to reclaim that seat as the single sculler in the team after the epic Rio final where he dead heated and won by 5/1000ths of a second over Croatian Damir Martin. There's a famous image of them both looking absolutely passed out on the landing stage after that. That was the closest race I've ever seen. But he took a year out and now he's looking to reclaim his slot. But Robbie Madston from New Zealand has been incredibly successful, and he took actually Linz at the World Cup. He won through against a couple of Germans, and Drysdale had to pull out with a sinus problem. He had some breathing difficulties in the run-up, and he pulled out with a sinus problem. And here, he is still neck and neck with the Norwegian. Tufte is taking the race to Drysdale, and he's hanging on with him, and he's moving well.
He is. Drysdale, he looks pretty calm, doesn't he? The last time he was racing here at Henley was 2016, and I remember him losing in the final to the Belgian sculler Abrina. You may remember that. That was quite a surprise, wasn't that?
If you didn't see that race, have a look online, and you'll be able to find it and have a watch on our on-demand service. But this now looks like a pretty decisive move. Drysdale's moved out to probably a bit more than a length and a quarter of clear water, and that's what he needs to do. So he's made his move. He's making his mark here.
Yeah, decisive move at a crucial stage of the race.
Yeah, this middle of the race is really where you want to make sure that you're in a position and can consolidate on it. You don't want to let the race go on for any longer than it needs to.
Well, he's gone, hasn't he? Drysdale now. He's just made that move, and he's pushed on. And he said, look, I'm the boss. Just watch me pull away. And this is pretty impressive, this stretch of the race from Drysdale. It really is just stepping away very calmly. No drama, no fuss.
Yeah, he knows how to win here, of course, and it's great for him to be coming back here. As I say, difficult season. He arrived in Europe. He said his 2-week-old bike broke on the plane on the way over. He then had this cold and cough, and then breathing difficulties led him to withdraw from the World Cup at Linz. He's been in Munich training and enjoying the water there in Munich, but then he was full speed at the end of a 1-minute piece and T-boned his boat into some school kids who were rowing across the lake and totally destroyed his boat. Nobody was hurt, fortunately, but his 2-week-old boat was then trashed. So he lost a bike, he got a cold, a cough, sinus trouble, then he lost a boat. So he's been using his team reserve boat, which is a bit smaller, which maybe has been a little bit of a challenge for him. And then he started to recover, raced in Amsterdam, came second in pretty strong headwind conditions, and he said he felt he didn't handle those conditions that well. But he's looking to push on, and so Henley is like a homecoming for him, such a familiar territory, and a really important regatta with him, an emphasis on racing well in the run-up to Lucerne. It's a key building block for him, having lost out on that experience in Linz.
Well, he's putting together a good race here, Mahi Drysdale, and that's to take nothing away from Petter Tufte, the Norwegian, who's just making Drysdale do enough. I reckon Drysdale's been made to do a little bit more than he'd have wanted in the early rounds here. He's got the race under control, but he's had to work for that lead.
I think you're spot on there, Tim. Credit to Tufte. He's done exactly what you'd want to do against somebody of the class of Drysdale. Take the race to him, try to rattle him. Drysdale has kept his cool, and look at that. Really smooth, long, powerful sculling. He hooks it, he levers it, he releases it, and he lets the boat run. Beautiful.
Beautiful, and he makes it look very easy, but it's not.
Yeah, it's a very, very narrow boat. If you're somebody who hasn't tried it, it's quite an unstable craft to be on. And the water here is lively. Lots of washes from boats going past, and a little bit of bounce that makes it quite difficult. And the sun-dappled surface of the Thames, not perhaps as friendly as you might think. So keeping it stable, keeping it strong. We've got a bit more breeze this afternoon than we've had in the last couple of days at Henley as well, which just adds to some of the issues you might have, may affect steering as well, but not for this man, Mahi Drysdale, on the track of the Diamond Challenge Sculls, yet again at Henley, an absolute favourite here. He says he's taking it seriously. He won't be doing so much of the socialising this year because he's really focused on Lucerne and winning that place.
Yeah, he's got Lucerne coming up. 10 days' time now, isn't it? Just a week. He'll be in action at the next World Cup regatta in Lucerne. Tuned in over there, enjoying Henley. Good luck with the preparations. So we are heading for the finish line now with the New Zealander Mahi Drysdale. Not too many more strokes for him to go in front of stewards.
He's just giving it some, I think, to give himself a little feeling of what it's like at the end. There were a few power strokes he put in, and then he eases right off. He's just going to let the lactate run out of his legs. He's in a commanding position, enjoying this. And you can see the applause behind, respect and affection for the New Zealander, a favourite here at Henley, on his way, the first step of his mission to equal the record number of wins in the Diamond Challenge Sculls, successfully completed.
Easing right off, as you say. Little glance over his left shoulder to check where the line is. There it is. Mahi Drysdale safely through to the next round of the Diamond Challenge Sculls, beating Petter Tufte of Norway, who can take great credit from that performance.